Assalamu alaikum students, welcome back to Global Public School online classes. In our previous class, we studied about the first part of the extension of British rule in India, out of which we studied how the British extended their rules from the three Carnatic wars and how they were planning to extend their empire apart from Bengal to the Karnataka and to the Punjab and also to the Marathas place. So let's study that in detail, and in which we also studied some two cunning policies which was used by the British. One was subsidiary alliance policy, and the another one was the doctrine of lapse policy. In the subsidiary alliance policy, we studied that it's purely a military agreement in which the Indian army, the local Indian kings, should keep the British army in their kingdom and they should pay their salaries. They should have a separate house for them, and they should be sharing the land revenues with them, and they should take a permission if any Europeans is entering, or they should be taking a permission if anything happens between them. All that was the condition. There was another important policy apart from the subsidiary alliance policy implemented by the Lord Wellesley. The another important policy here was doctrine of lapse policy, which was actually implemented by the Dalhousie. So let's study what exactly the Dalhousie talks about in his policy. According to this policy, Dalhousie actually arrived India as a Governor General in the 1848, and he made a very good attempt to integrate all the Indian princely states with the British Empire. So for that he implemented one policy. That policy name is called Doctrine of Lapse policy. So what is this policy is, according to this policy, if an Indian king don't have his own kids, then he cannot take any of the kid and adopt he cannot adopt any kid and make that kid as a king. So as I said, he adopted a doctrine of lapse policy whereby the adopted children of Indian kings were refused of their right to throne. It means, if I want to tell you in a very simple way, according to this policy, if any Indian ruler dies without children, their adopted children will not have any legal rights over their throne, and such states will get merged with the British Empire. So this was the policy and this was the condition according to this policy, and there was a lot of issues started creating in India because of this, because there was a many kings in India who did not had their own children, and they used to be adopting the children and making that kid as a kings. So see what happens here is the princely states like Satara, you can see the pictures popping up, Jaipur, Sambalpur, Udaipur, Jhansi, Nagapur, all these places where they didn't had their own kids came under the control of British because of the doctrine of lapse policy, as the Governor General knew the conditions of these states and he used this policy as a political weapon so that all these princely states can come under the control of British Empire. So what happened after that? The effects of this is, with the severe implementation of this policy, not only the princely families, even the ordinary people who sympathetic to these kings rebelled against the company. Not only the king who actually lost his kingdom, the people who are the ordinary people who had a sympathy towards their king also started rebelling against the East India Company, and their love for their kings and the sense of loyalty fueled this rebellion in the further stages. This finally resulted in the Sipahi Mutiny of 1857. You can see the Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai, the Satara, the Nagapur and the other places, they are fighting for their rights, for not taking that places into the East India Company. So I just wanted to quickly highlight about the two cunning policies which British used. The first one was subsidiary alliance policy, which was implemented by the Lord Wellesley. The second one was the doctrine of lapse policy, which was actually implemented by the Dalhousie. So students, I want you to read these two concepts very slowly, and I want you to understand and keep that things in your mind, because this is a definite questions for your final exam. I want you to understand this very clearly. So let's have a quick evolution on what we studied. The subsidiary alliance system was implemented by Lord Wellesley, and here the doctrine of lapse policy was implemented by the Dalhousie. So what happened? What happened in the subsidiary alliance policy? Which are the cunning policies implemented by the British? Subsidiary alliance policy and doctrine of lapse policy. What happened in the subsidiary alliance policy? What happened? What are the effects? The effects are the British could place an Indian states under their control through this policy, and the maintenance of the army became very easy for them. And the Indian states were subject to severe economic exploitation because they wanted to pay the salaries and wanted to share their land revenues as well. The Hyderabad was the first princely state to come under this agreement, to the subsidiary alliance agreement. And that's all about in this class, students. I want you to read these two policies in detail, understand, and after that we will go further. Okay, till then, stay safe, stay home, and keep your learning button on. Signing off. Thank you so much.